Bilvavi on Meditational Breathing, Part 5 of 10. Breathing of the nose and mouth. Before the sin of Adam Harishon, man was mainly a creature of movement, and after the sin, man is mainly defined as a creature of speech. Movement corresponds to the ruach level of the soul, as explained in the previous chapter. The primary mode of man before the sin was movement, ruach, and after the sin, the primary mode has become speech. We can see both of these modes apparent even now. We breathe in and out through the nose. In Hebrew, nose is ap, and the term for breath of the nostrils is ruach apenu. Thus, the breathing through the nose corresponds to the ruach level of the soul, as well as through the mouth corresponding to speech. We find two forms of movement, which are each primary aspects in man: movement through the nose, breathing, and movement through the mouth, speech. Thus, before the sin, where the ruach level of the soul was more apparent, man could connect to the Creator through the mere act of breathing in and out. This avoda is explained extensively in the Sefarim of Rabbi Abu Lafia, and it was later mentioned in other Sefarim that are not so well known. Through breathing in and out, man can connect to the root of all creations, movement. Now that we are after the sin, we perceive the force of movement in man as the power to lead, which is personified by the power of speech. Thus, both speech and breathing are expressions of movement, but there are two levels of perception. There is a perception where man connects to his movement aspect just through breathing. This was the level before the sin. And there was a perception where man connects to his movement aspect through speech. When I have understood, when I have the understanding that speech personifies the reality of man as a moving force, this is the nefesh level in speech. In the previous chapter, we explained the concepts of defining our reality as constantly being in motion, as well as the understanding that our reality is always being guided by divine providence of the Creator. The first level of perception is the Ruach level. This level is reflected by the personal avoda of focused breathing, of concentrating on the inhale and exhale without doing anything else. On a deeper level, it is to connect oneself to our very reality of movement.